A lot of people who grew up in the 80s remember the Thundercats. But how many of you remember the follow-up series? It was about the equivalent of Elliot Ness and crew in the spacefaring future. In case you don't remember, it was called the Silverhawks. I'm Ollamh, and this is Geek Trivia. So as I stated before, Silverhawks was a cartoon in the 1980s, made by the same production team as the Thundercats. In fact, it used a lot of the same voice talent as the more popular series, and oftentimes was aired directly after the Thundercats. The general idea of the series is that the heroes were partly metal, partly real, which really makes you wonder if at some time in the future, metal is found out to be imaginary. Just picture driving down your car when the news comes on. Ladies and gentlemen, scientists have just made a huge discovery. Metal is not real. And then your car falls apart. The series is set in the 29th century, when of course humanity has soared into space much like a predatory bird of some sort, one might say. Our heroes have been given metal bodies, hawk-like wings under their arms, retractable faceplates, and laser weapons over their bodies. While one might think that they are general heroes and fight off some sort of space terrorist organization, you would be wrong. They are more like intergalactic G-men, after some of the worst in organized crime. They are after Monstar, the quintillionaire alien mob boss, who appears as a feline, muscular humanoid with dark hair streaked with red. He has a red mane, beard, and an eye patch with the symbol of a black star over his left eye. He can change so that his body is encased in spiked armor plating and rides a giant space squid. His gang consists of Yes Man, the half-human, half-snake creature who is basically, as his name suggests, an all-purpose lackey. He was given increased mental abilities and ambition. Hardware, a very intelligent, short, bulky, light purple-skinned creature who carries a large rucksack of weapons and equipment. He is very talented in the invention and can devise devilishly effective machines. Melodia, a musical mistress who uses the Sound Smasher, a musical synthesizer that looks a lot like a keytar. She is usually dressed as an extravagant rock star costume with two-shade green hair, short black dress with a red belt and long red gloves. Windhammer, an eco-terrorist with a huge, blasted tuning fork that enables him to manipulate destructive weather. Molecular, a molecule-themed shapeshifter whose primary form is a humanoid body composed of many spheres in various copper shades. And Buzzsaw, a totally cybernetic and independently sentient war machine of a light copper shade with razor-sharp circular saws all over its body. Now, for the heroes, there aren't as many as on the list of villains, but they are a tighter group and, of course, tend to save the day. The leader is Commander Stargazer, a tough and grizzled old cop with bionic capabilities. He originally captured Monstar several years ago. He longs to return to Earth for either a vacation or retirement, with his gold armor and weapon bird, Slybird. Captain Jonathan Quicksilver, the former head of the interplanetary Force H, and is field leader of the team. He is known for quick reflexes and being an accomplished tactician and athlete, while wearing the lightest silver shade armor and carrying Tallyhawk. Lieutenant Colonel Bluegrass is second in command and chief pilot, And despite what the Steve Miller Band claims, he is a real space cowboy. He is the only one who does not have wings to fly with, so he gets to fly the transport, the Mirage. With blue-silver armor, a red bandana, and cowboy hat, he is always ready to give a song with his guitar-styled weapon. Sergeant Steelheart and Steel Will are the gearheads of the team. Siblings who share an empathic bond. They are physically the strongest on the team. They are also the only ones who have real stainless steel hearts implanted in their chests. Wearing dark steel-toned armor, they carry Razor and Stronghold bird weapons. Finally, we have the Copper Kid, who is the youngest member of the Silverhawks and the only non-Terran. A mathematical genius from the planet of the mimes, he speaks in mathematically calculated tones and whistles. He was quizzed at the end of each episode about the lessons he learned. A natural acrobat in copper-colored armor with his weapon bird, Mayday. Several people don't remember this series, which is understandable since they only ran 65 episodes from September 8th of 86 to December 5th of 86. It may sound a little odd that they had so many episodes in so short a time, but cartoons in that day ran from Monday to Friday. Each day a new episode instead of only once or twice a week. As was common in the 80s, they received an action figure run as well as a comic series by Marvel. And they have not, at least as yet, gotten a reboot series. Though they did get a nod in the 2011 Thundercats remake. In the episode Legacy, you can see Monstar on the monitor in the bridge of Mumra's ship. That's all the time we have to discuss the Silverhawks. How many of you even remember this show? Would you like to see a remake of the series? What is your favorite little-known show from your childhood? Leave a comment down below and let us know. And, as always, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio! Traveled gentlemen, I've decided that it's time to give you a gentleman's perspective on the world.
Okay, that was kinda cool.